Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Happy New Year to y'all. You all. Today I thought we'd have a chat about something very light-hearted. You know, just a whimsical video. And that topic is MAID. M-A-I-D. Which stands for Medical Assistance in Dying. That's right. It's gonna be a fun one. You know, whenever my dear old dad gets asked his opinion on euthanasia, which isn't very often, by the way, it's not exactly a dinner table conversation, he responds, well, I reckon they're about 5'7" tall, brown eyes, black hair, always kind of seem like they got the sun in their eyes. I had to add that in, I'm so sorry. See you after this sponsor.
Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Are you a cunt? If so, you might want to purchase one of Bearing's hats that says cunt. The U is a hash symbol, so you can get away with wearing a hat that says cunt at children's birthdays, family events, weddings, and funerals. Get your hat that says cunt at the link in the description.
So the Western Standard says Canadian taxpayers fund children's activity book on MAID, Medical Assistance in Dying. Oh, this is so wholesome. A children's activity book on euthanasia funded by taxpayers is causing alarm now that it's become more widely known. In July, Canadian Virtual Hospice announced the publication of its Medical Assistance in Dying MAID activity book. Oh, it's an activity book. What's next? A sexual assault sticker book? A genocide colouring book? What about a starvation and famine hopscotch mat? That'd be fun. So where was I? In July, Canadian Virtual Hospice announced the publication of its Medical Assistance in Dying MAID activity book. Created for young people who may have someone in their life who may have MAID. The CVH explained by tweet on July 26. The 26-page booklet, paid for by Health Canada, explains the procedure this way. Oh, and look, there's nice little illustrations of poison in an IV drip, and the font's all fun and happy. This is giving me warm feelings. How does MAID work? The person having MAID will get 3 different medicines. Medicines. Forgive me, but doesn't medicine help you get better? Don't they mean poison? I mean, if this stuff is medicine, then this is a surgical instrument. They're usually given an IV. IV stands for intravenous and means in the vein. A very small needle is used to place a small plastic straw that goes into a person's vein. Then the needle is taken out and the straw can be used to send medicine straight into a person's body in their blood. The 3 medicines work like this. The first medicine makes a person feel very relaxed and fall asleep. They may yawn or snore or mumble. Oh, heartwarming. The second medicine causes a coma. A coma looks like sleep but is much deeper than regular sleep. The person will not wake up or be bothered by noise or touch. The third medicine makes the person's lungs stop breathing and their heart stop beating. Because of the coma, the person does not notice this happening and it does not hurt. When their heart and lungs stop working, their body dies. It will not start working again. This often happens in just a few minutes, but sometimes, rarely, it can take hours. Oh, this is so wholesome. Step by step, asking for MAID. First, a person who has a serious illness, disease or disability asks if they can have MAID, deciding if a person can have MAID. Next, 2 or 3 MAID assessors meet with the person. These are members of the person's healthcare team who carefully decide if they're eligible to be have MAID. Eligible means they have everything they need to be allowed to have something, in this case, MAID. A person can only have MAID if they're at least 18 years old and if they have a serious illness, disease or disability that hurts their body or their mind so much that it feels too hard to keep living. Medicines have not been able to help their body or mind feel better. There is no cure. Nothing can make the illness or disability go away, even if the person and their healthcare team have tried everything they could. Okay, real talk here. It's kind of sus that they're talking about mental illness. Like, I'm not completely against the idea of euthanasia. Like, if you've got seriously not long to live and you're in complete pain, like you've got stage 4 whatever cancer. But this is bordering on, well, he's schizophrenic. He doesn't make too much sense, so maybe he should just be yeeted. Skipping over to this other article from lifenews.com, they say Canada legalised assisted suicide, referred to as MAID in 2016. Last year, more than 10,000 people were euthanised under the law. That's a lot of people. Now, I understand they do this in Melbourne, Australia. I don't know the numbers, but it wouldn't be anywhere near those levels. It goes on. Recently, lawmakers began debating whether to expand expand the law to allow mentally ill people and young children to be euthanised. One bill would allow doctors to euthanise patients without their consent, according to the Euthanasia Prevention Coalition. However, there's been numerous reports of coercion and abuse recently. In one widely publicised case, a Paralympian and retired military corporal said the Canadian Department of Veteran Affairs offered her an assisted suicide after she repeatedly requested a wheelchair ramp to her home. Oh, God. Come on, lady. The Canadian government can't afford a wheelchair ramp. Just take the needle. It'll be easier for all of us. And just in case your grandkids are confused about the whole process, here's a colouring book. Here's an activity book. Medically assisted murder. Do it for Canada. Anyway, so like I said, just a light one. I thought we'd just have a giggle today. If you have any comments, leave them down below or at my super duper gay half stepbrother-in-law's Twitter account, bskills with 3 L's. I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ta.
Recession, session. Give me better times, give me better times. Recession.